Okay, so today we will learn about toposheet. Okay, the first question which comes is that what is toposheet? Now, toposheet by this term it means it shows the topographical features. Okay. Now, topographical features, what does that mean? We heard about topography a lot of times, but topography means it shows both the physical and the cultural features all over the area. Okay, so if we consider one area, then all the physical as well as the cultural features will be shown in a topo sheet. So why it is known as topo sheet? Because you will be given a sheet where you will be given a topo map which contains a lot of features. Now actually what does it show? Okay, what does it show? It shows, number one, the physical features, and number two, cultural features. By the cultural features we mean that the man-made features, because we all know that when we are traveling by the road, so the road is man-made. We see houses, we see shops, we see hospitals, we see church, temple. So these are all man-made features. But physical features are those features which are formed naturally on the earth. Okay, so both the features can be identified in the topo sheet. Okay, now purpose. Why this topo sheet or the map, this type of topographical map is made? The main purpose behind the uh, behind the invention of this topo sheet was it was required for the survey works. Okay, it was required for the survey works because when you get a topo map in your hand and you just travel down the road, you know actually where you are going and how much you have to go if you want to go to a river or a water source. Then you know exactly how much to go to be there. Okay, so it is kind of a survey sheet for use for surveys. So the main purpose was surveying, so for that this topo sheet are made. Another one more thing is that these are the large scale maps. Okay, by large scale maps we mean that a very large area means a small area is shown in a bigger way, like so that you can identify small features inside that area. So it is not possible in the world map. When we see a world map, it is not possible to actually locate a settlement or whether some small features, whether a small stream or a river, it is not possible. But when we see a topo sheet, it is possible to locate small features because it shows the area in much larger scale. So usually the scale of the topo sheet is there will be, if you see the map, there will be an RF value. Okay, this RF is the representative fraction, the full form of RF, which shows it it will be given like this. Okay, now this RF value which shows the scale of the map. Okay, now 1 centimeter, here 1 is to 50,000 is written, so in both the sides the unit will be always same. So 1 centimeter represents 50,000 centimeters on ground. Okay, so 1 centimeter on map represents 50,000 centimeter on ground. So this is the scale of the map. And when we see a specific map, then we can 50,000 value is difficult to calculate, so we can assume that 1 centimeter represents 2 kilometer on ground. So if you convert this, it will come like this, 2 kilometer. So 1 centimeter represents 2 kilometer on ground. Okay. So this is the scale which we will consider in finding the distance of the place or anything in distance of a particular feature that we see on the map. So another more important thing is to understand, which is the easting and the northing. Now, like the latitude and longitude, we know that if this is the earth, these are the latitudinal lines and these are the longitudinal lines. Now these lines are imaginary lines. Okay, these lines are mainly it is made to understand the exact location of a place. Like when we use Google Maps now, also the driver gets the driver gets the direction of the destination by the value of this latitude and longitude. So now here in the map also there are the values of eastings and the northings. Now how it happens? There are some vertical lines like this, okay, which actually shows the eastings, or the, like, we can assume that the longitudinal value, and we have some horizontal lines like this which shows the northings. Now there are specific values for this, like if I write it is 22 and it increases on the right side, okay, 23, 24, 25. So these are the values of eastings, and here we can write the values of northings like 01, 02, 03. It is just a random number which I am writing, but these are the eastings value and the horizontal lines are the northings. Now if we want to locate a place, suppose there is a temple over here, okay. Now I want to know that where this temple is located, then I have to give the northing value and the easting value as well. So first we will give the easting value and then we are giving the northing value. Now easting value is always the line which is just before that particular feature. So this line will be the value for easting, which is 23, and for northing, this line which is just below that feature will be considered. So 02. So if it asked then what is the value of easting and northing of that temple, we can write just simply 2302. This is how we denote the location of a particular feature on the map. So these eastings and northings are very important for the map to locate any feature. Okay, example already I have given over here. Now the scale of the map I have already discussed that this map shows 1 centimeter represents 2 kilometer distance on ground, okay. So when you move 1 centimeter on map, you are actually moving 2 kilometer on the ground, means on the earth's surface, on the actual distance you are moving. So this is a scale which will be considered furthermore. Now, as we have discussed that in previously that this map shows both the physical features and the cultural or the man-made features. Now this cultural and the man-made features are actually shown via conventional symbols. So the symbols for the cultural or the man-made features are also known as the conventional symbols or the conventional signs. Now there are certain symbols by which we can understand what type of road is present over there, what type of well is present over there, whether there is a temple, mosque. So for every individual feature there is one symbol. Now these are some of the symbols which are there. If two parallel lines are located in the map, which is in the color of red, we can just identify that there is a metalled road, means the road which are metalled. Actually, these are the permanent roads. Okay, now if these two parallel lines there is a break in between them, then we can say it is unmetalled roads or the kacha road which is there, because it cannot be used like a huge, means large cars or large vehicles cannot enter to this road. These are only for walking. There are small path in between the villages where the people walks over there. So cart track, this line denotes cart track, means movement of the cows and the vehicles for the cows. So these are the roads which are usually found in villages. Okay, now this is a pack track, which denotes that the movement of the animals only through this path. Okay, now there are other symbols as well. These are the perennial well. Perennial well means you have water all the year round. If there is a circle and one dot, that means seasonal well. You do not have water all the year round. Only during the rainy season you will get the water. This is the tank. This is the overhead tank. So two line will be beneath there. It. So this is a temple, mosque, chhatri, and this is a church, and this is a police station. Police station is this. This will be the red in color, and there will be blue in color. So this will be denoting police station. Now drainage pattern. There are certain symbols which denotes the drainage pattern, like drainage pattern usually means the pattern that is followed by a stream or a river while it is flowing. Okay, so this is a pattern. Every stream or a water body, when it flows, it develops a pattern on the surface or the earth surface. So we can identify drainage pattern as well. Like this is a pattern where all the streams are coming from all the direction. It forms a tree-like structure. It is known as dendritic pattern. Okay, it forms mainly in the soft surface or in the plain lands. Okay, the next pattern is a trellised pattern where there is a main stream. This is the main stream, and the river and the substreams are connecting at 90 degrees. So these are known as trellis pattern. Here the land surface has alternative hard and soft rocks. So these surfaces are actually very hard, so the water cannot actually cut the land. So where it gets a softer surface, it cuts the land and forms a stream. This is the disappearing stream, which means that the water channel, when it is moving, it disappears in somewhere, because it usually finds in sandy areas or in the desert areas. This is another pattern, is the radial pattern, where the streams are moving outwards. So from inward it is moving outward. Many streams are moving in the outward direction. Now when it comes to the radial drainage pattern, these lines are the contours. Now contours is one of the most important thing to understand in a topo sheet or in geography also. It is a most important concept, where these lines are actually showing, it shows the elevation above the mean sea level or the MSR. So above the sea level, what the elevation, each line has the same elevation all over the place. Suppose if this is the line like this, which is shown in the map, it is always in brown color. Now it is written 180. Okay, now this shows that all the places, this line is joining all the places which has the elevation or the height of 180 meters above the sea level. Okay, and suppose another contours which shows that it is 200. So this means that this line is joining all the places which has whose elevation is 200 meter above the sea level. So usually the gap or the interval from one contour to another is 20 meters. So this is how it is shown in the map. Now radial drainage pattern, it shows that like this. So whenever we see a contour like this, we can assume that when we move outward, the height decreases. Okay, now this is 160. If it is suppose 180, then 200. Then if we draw a line over here, suppose, then how we will get an image like this. Okay, we will get that first it is, suppose we are taking a scale of like this, 160, 180, 200. So first we will get 160, so it will be like this. Then we are getting 180, then we are getting 200, and then again we are coming down. So this denotes that there is a mound or there is a small hill over in the particular region. And radial drainage pattern means this is where the height is much more, and this from the higher elevation the stream is moving to the lower elevation. So that is known as the radial drainage pattern. Now we already understood the concept of contour. Now there are two things which need to be kept in mind. That is, one thing is the spot height. Spot height means that it is the height of a particular spot or just a point. So it is a height of a particular point, which can be written as like 367 meter. So we can understand that, oh, the height of this place is this point is 367 meter. Now if this symbol is given, this triangle symbol, it denotes the peak, means the peak of any mountain, the peak of any hill. So which denotes the height of the peak, means it has a shape like this. So the height of this is suppose 656 meter, or we can identify the height of that particular place, the altitude of the particular place. Now another thing is the settlement. Okay, the settlement is we know the settlement denotes the people living in that particular area, and it shows in box symbol like this, and which is red in color. Now when a lot of small red boxes are there and they are gathered together like this, they are present very closely, then we can say it is a nucleated settlement, means it is the population is dense over here. Now if the settlements is like one settlement here, one settlement far away, the distance between the settlements are huge, then we can say it is a scattered type of settlement. Okay, if there is a metal road or a river or a stream, anything which is denoting a line kind of a thing, and the settlements are just located beside that particular feature like this, then we can call it as a linear settlement, because the settlement develops in a line. So river flows like a river always flows like this. So and a metal roads are always denoted also in a straight line. Or a railway track is like this, the railway line. So when the settlements are just beside this particular feature like this, and the settlement also develop in a linear pattern or in a line, then we can say it is a linear settlement. Now another type of settlement is also there. This is also radial, like the name of a radial stream. When the stream flows, suppose here from a central point to outward direction, and the settlement develops like this. So this is radial settlement. Now these are the basic four types of settlement. Now another feature which we see often is the broken ground. Broken ground, the image will show like the symbol is like this. So broken ground means it is an area which is very dry. Okay, and then and here the cultivation is not well, we cannot do uh, cultivation over in this region, and this region is not at all fertile. So where the conditions are not favorable for living or for cultivation, then we show this symbol, and this means broken ground. And generally in the map, suppose here is the map, if we see this light green color on the map in a particular area, then we can say that, oh, it's a grassland. Okay, if a dark green color is there, then we can suppose a area is after the grassland, it is a very dark green color area, then we can actually say it is, there are forests located over there. Or if we see yellow color on the map, if we see yellow color, then we can actually say that there are farmlands present over the area. So these are the basics of a topo sheet map.